Hi, Jackie here. This is day 5 of 30 Days of Sketches, Serial 17. Today's sketch is designed by Scrappy Faith, and it's this one. I've gone through my collection. I'm going to do a stash busting on all these layouts if I can. And I'm going to use this Simple Stories Simple Vintage Essential Colour Palette collection. So originally I was going to use all these pattern papers and cut them into strips and put them down either side and follow the sketch as is. But then I didn't like all the checks together, and the other side, the B sides of the paper, were too busy for me. So I even had these they're not plain, the polka dot, small white polka dot in the same colour palette as the essential colour palette papers. But again, it didn't work for me. So I went back through and I found all the tags that were in this collection. I've already cut some of the tags apart, as you can see, and I've just gone through and I just start to cut the rest of them apart and all punch in the top. And then I'm going to rearrange them on my cardstock. I was going to do just a random colour way on my cardstock, but then I decided that I wanted them to sort of group colours together. So I'm just separating all the colours, sorry, before I start to figure out what's going to go where. So I started off by thinking that I'm going to put the blue at the top, followed by the red, and I think I put a green one next to it, and I sort of offset them all. They're not all in a line. And then I decided I didn't like that. So off camera, I messed around with the layouts and the format of it all, and I come up with putting two tags of each colour together, like here, as you can see on here. And then looking at the sheet, there was quite a few of the check tags. So using the polka dot paper that I've got for this collection, I just drew around one of the tags and cut that out, and then I add a polka dot tag, obviously in the same size as the original tags off the tag sheet. And I'm just going to cut that out and add the all punch to the top. I do use the opposite side, so I do use the red side, not this pink side that you can see here. And then that's just going to go at the top of my page, right-hand side, just where the red busy pattern paper is. So I'm just going to slot that there. I do end up moving quite a few of these around. Again, I needed a yellow piece as well. So I've just cut the opposite side to this green piece of paper is yellow, which goes at the bottom left of my layout. I do end up moving some of these colourways around that you will see in a minute. I think I moved the red back to the top and the pink back to the bottom. So that's how it's going to be with my photograph in the middle. I do start to put these down, so I'm just going to distress the edges, just slightly distress the edges, and then stick those down, starting with the red and going down the page, slightly overlapping some of them to get them into position. And then I do trim off the overhang at the edges of the page when I'm happy with how those are all positioned down on the page. Again, I don't show you all this because it's just simple as distressing all the edge or the sides of the tags and then just sticking them down, just overlapping them. So I think I do fast forward. So where I am, I've just added the last one, and now you can see it is overhanging the 12 by 12 cardstock underneath. And as I stick it down, well, it didn't show it, but I did end up sticking the layout to the glass mat, because I added 3D foam. Oh, it is. I need 3D foam. 3D double-sided tape to the longer than the paper. So I'm just going to trim these down so that I know what I'm working with. And then off camera I decide, when I'm trimming these down, I've had this great idea that I'm going to machine stitch round all the tags. But before I do that, I'm just going to add some pattern paper, just leave a slight border behind my photograph. So I was going to use a couple sheets of this polka dot paper, but again, when I put them both together, it's 2 polka dots on polka dots, and I didn't like it, so I do change this pink one to one of the check papers. Again, you only see a small amount of the paper behind, but it does make it look different not having 2 polka dot papers behind it. And again, just trim it down to side, leaving a slight border. And then I think this is where I decide, yes. So off camera, I decide that I'm going to add some machine stitching around all the tags, which I did off camera, just showing you there. And then I am going to add some 3D foam to my photograph. Again, just to raise it up a bit from the cardstock. So that's going to go in the middle, and then I'm going to use these foam stickers, words, and on the sketch he has put some words on the columns to the left and the right. So I thought I'd use these big words. I've got quite a lot of this collection left, so I thought it's a great way of me stash busting my stash and getting these used and my photographs documented. Now I did put this word, which is called cherish, the red on red. So I've done tone on tone with all the words. But then I realised that I'd used all the scripty letters, phrases, and that was just on its own. It didn't look right, so I just changed it to love. So the words I've used is, in the green is lucky, the blue says together, the orange yellow says today. Then I've got down the right hand side love, then remember is teal, and smile in pink. So then at this stage, they're not all stuck down firmly, because I know that I want to sort of rearrange them so they're not all in line with each other. I want them slightly offset, but not too offset, but just slightly offset when I actually come to put them down. So as I'm just picking up these ones at the bottom, just to line them up and try and get them in a position where I'm happy with. So they'll all stick down, and I'm going to stick my photo mat down in the middle. Again, lining up with my ruler. And it means I have to take up the word together and remember, so that I can position the photograph and slightly overlap the words over the photograph, as you can see here. So once I've done that, I go through, make sure everything's stuck down firmly. Then I go back through the foam sticker sheet, and I pull off some hearts, again doing tone on tone, and I think I've got some, yes, 1, 2, 3 of the words that are in like a label position. So the red one at the top says journey, the middle one says hello there, and the orange one says observation. I didn't have a green or a blue one, so what I've done is use the sticker book to this collection, and I found the same shape but in a form of a sticker. It's a flatbed sticker, and on the green one I've put take the photo, and on the blue one it says adventure. Also used a blue label just to add the date. Now the photograph was me and James in the lounge on our way to Disney, so I think I've got some other layouts that sort of got more journaling up to it, so I didn't think I needed a lot of journaling to it. So now I've decided, which I did after, which I should have done before, is to add some thread to my tags. So I've just used the colour tones to each pattern and just loop them round. Used some wet glue and Nouveau adhesive glue just to stick them into place. And these are a few close-ups, as you can see the stitching and the tags. Thank you for stopping by. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you've got any comments, please leave them below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Please check out 30 Days of Sketches. I'll leave a link in the description box below so that you can see what the other designers are creating throughout this month. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you. Bye-bye.